We help contractors by the hundreds with all of the administrative burdens that surround handling their construction projects. That means helping them with estimating, working with them on all the administration of their supplements, and doing the administrative services back office work that enables them to focus on selling, building, and billing.
We see contractors just starting off, maybe they're struggling with the fundamentals of running a construction business. They partner up with us, their process is now defined, they're able to grow their profit margins and actually scale because they're not held back with the burden of dealing with the supplementing process. And I feel proud of what we've been able to do in this industry.
This is Larry Bache with the Merlin Law Group, helping policyholders for more than 30 years. If you have a claim or your client has a claim that needs help, please feel free to call the Merlin Law Group because we are the true policyholder advocate.
C3 was eager to help us, and even whenever we weren't giving them work, they were still eager to give advice. The things that they were putting out for the for changing from DMO to RFG and giving that to the industry and not charging anything for it, I thought was really cool. And that's stuff that I as a contractor appreciate. I'd recommend C3 to any contractor who's looking for a PA, especially if you're around Colorado. Great guys, man. I'm nothing but happy with the work they've done for us.
What's up, everybody? This is Lee Meteorologist Sean Choquette here for a daily hail forecast, sponsored as always by C3 Group, Merlin Law Group, and Artist Supplement and Balance Claims. So, got some stuff to talk about here. We're going to go into what happened yesterday. There wasn't anything in Dallas, I'm aware. Unfortunately, the lid of the atmosphere looked like it kind of held strong and didn't have anything for him in DFW, but it's kind of a double-edged sword because even though there wasn't big hail, there also wasn't tornadoes. Based on what happened in Oklahoma, the environment was very favorable for tornadoes, and it would have not been too great to have some violent tornadoes in DFW. But, you know, on to the next one. Don't worry, we got plenty more severe weather on the way here. And I know folks in Kansas City, I saw a comment there, getting a little antsy already since there hasn't really been too much, but we've had an unusually cool pattern over a lot of the southern plain, a lot of the plain states, so that's probably delaying storm season a little bit for places a little further north. So, got some strong winds and tornadoes possible across the southeast today. It's definitely a much lower risk than places that have been impacted in the past couple of weeks here. I think there is one tornado I think ongoing right now in southwestern sections of Georgia, but overall it looks like it is a much less severe event than what happened the last couple weeks. More hail is possible in eastern Oklahoma tomorrow and into Arkansas as well. Yes, there is a tornado confirmed in Georgia currently. And finally, I'm sure it's gotten the rounds now here within our little community. Follow Derik on KOCO. I'm going to have a tag in the description probably after I finish doing the video live. He's chasing with KOCO for anything in Oklahoma. So KOCO is the ABC affiliate in Oklahoma City. He's got a little storm chaser page. Go check that out, like that, so that way all of our chase videos are not only going to just be on hail chase, but also on TV as well. So go check that out. So this is the hail map from yesterday, a 3-star map in Tulsa. This happened in the morning. So this just basically includes everything that happened in Oklahoma yesterday. Tulsa, Sand Springs, Oklahoma City. There was stuff down southeast of Ardmore. There was by Purcell, stuff up to the north. All that on the same map here. Had about baseball size hail is the biggest. In terms of hail in Tulsa itself, it was about 2-inch hail. And then we had some isolated hail in Oklahoma City as well. About 76,000 homes impacted. Again, the most impactful hail was definitely in the Tulsa area. Lots of hail. Looks like a fair amount of damage. So go check this one out on the website and you can see some of the pictures here. Nice hard hail with all this. All except for the farthest picture to the left are from Tulsa. Farthest one to the left is probably the best picture I could find from Oklahoma City. Not crazy stuff going on here. So, here's your hail forecast for today. It's kind of a weird looking one. Whoops. There we go. Kind of a weird looking forecast. So more or less we have a line of storms moving through Georgia right now. And those storms are not really making much in the way of any hail. Again, there is a tornado ongoing right now in southwestern sections of Georgia. I believe it's in a fairly rural area, so we're not doing too much coverage on it at the moment. Otherwise, the hail potential is going to be very minimal for the remainder of that. So going through Tallahassee and Jacksonville later on, it's really going to be, you might get a little pocket here or there, 1-inch hail, but for the most part, it's either going to be free of hail or very sub-severe hail. Now, there's a secondary chance later on this afternoon we could see some storms forming in Alabama and down south into Mississippi. However, it's very conditional. We have a lot of activity happening down by New Orleans. We get all of our moisture in the southeast for storms from the Gulf of Mexico. So all these storms that are happening right along the water are possibly going to cut off our moisture source for the storms later on today. So again, that's why I have a low risk here for hail. And then even if there is hail, I think it'd be pretty marginally severe. That wind and tornado threat's going to be much higher. Your wind forecast, this is what we're looking at here, and I'm again highlighting the most significant area to the section that's already ongoing. And we have that tornado happening right now, some wind reports coming in the southwestern sides of Georgia. That should continue into the rest of southern Georgia and in the Florida Panhandle for later on this afternoon. Wind gusts get up to about 65, 70 miles an hour at the absolute maximum, and could also see some tornadoes, especially in that highlighted area, the most significant risk. So that moderate chance for Tallahassee and parts of Jacksonville. Again, chance we could see some storms form up in Alabama, but it's a conditional risk. Again, activity might be cutting off our moisture return, so that could kill our storm chances in Alabama later on this afternoon, so a low risk for there. This is your future radar here. You can see that storms are ongoing by Louisiana, and this particular run is very wet. It also looks like it's not going to have too much in the way of severe weather. So I think today's risk is really going to be narrowed down to mostly a Florida Panhandle and southern Georgia, with that low-end chance in Alabama. Tomorrow's hail chances return to the southern plains. We have the potential of maybe seeing up to some golf ball size hail in eastern Oklahoma and possibly the north of Arkansas, like Fayetteville, Bentonville, and even further south towards Fort Smith.